The Bus Journey. Gwen was very angry. She ran out of Denton Cottage. Dick ran after her and tried to catch up with her, but he couldn't. She hurried to the bus stop. A bus was standing at the stop, and the conductor rang the bell, but she managed to get on. Dick saw her get on, but he couldn't run fast enough and missed it. He ran to the car, got in and followed the bus. He had to talk to Gwen. He had to tell her about his plans. Gwen went upstairs and sat down. She was wearing her new shoes, which were too small. She was tired and annoyed. She hardly heard the conductor saying, "Fares, please. Any more fares?" Dick wanted to stop in front of a bus stop and get on the bus, but he wasn't able to overtake it for a long time. Then the bus turned into a wide road. Now there was more room, and he managed to overtake the bus. He looked up and could see Gwen talking to the conductor. "Barkston Road, please," she said. "When do we get there?" The conductor looked annoyed. "I don't know," he said. "Has anybody heard of Barkston Road?" "This bus will take her part of the way," an old woman said to the conductor. "She'll have to change at the second stop after the Black Cat. You'll call out when we get there, won't you?" The conductor looked annoyed. "I don't know all the pubs on this route." Now it was the old woman who was getting angry. "All right, then I'll tell her." Gwen took a £1 note out of her handbag. "I can't change that. Haven't you got any small change?" the conductor said. "I'm afraid I haven't," she said. "Well, you must find something smaller. It's only a 10-penny fare." "That's all I have," Gwen said, and looked out of the window. "Then why did you get on the bus? I'm not the Bank of England." "Now, young man," the old woman said, "you aren't very helpful, are you? I was waiting in a queue for 25 minutes. 3 buses came up and the 2 behind didn't even stop. So there was no room for us all downstairs in this one, and I, at the age of 75, had to climb up the stairs. Now we are going as slowly as we can. You don't know your own route, and on top of all that, you can't even be polite." First she kept her voice down, but the more she said, the angrier she got. "I've been travelling by bus for more than 30 years, and you're the first conductor who is not only inefficient, but rude, too. I have a good mind to report you to the first inspector I meet." The conductor's face turned white. "Look, madam," he said, "I'm sorry. It's my first journey on this route." But Gwen didn't hear them quarrelling, because she was watching Dick getting out of the Jag and running to the bus. She stood up and got off the bus as fast as she could. She looked round and saw an underground station.
On the tube. She went into the station. First, she wanted to get her ticket from the ticket machine. "Oh, but I've only got a £1 note," she remembered, and ran to the ticket office. Just as she stepped on the escalator, she saw Dick entering the station. Dick caught sight of her and ran to the ticket machine, put a coin in it, took the ticket, ran down the escalator, and just managed to get into the same carriage as Gwen. She was sitting and watching the map of the underground stations. He sat down next to her. "At last! I've been running after you for an hour." She didn't stop looking at the map. "I've been wanting to tell you." "Will you stop looking at that map, please?" She looked at him coldly. "Leave me alone," she said, and stood up. The train stopped. Gwen got out, went up the escalator, gave her ticket to the man at the gate and walked out. Dick was close behind her and didn't stop talking to her. She took no notice of him. In the street, she stopped for a minute to look at a hat in a shop window, and then walked on. Dick followed her and talked to her until she agreed to have a meal with him in a restaurant. And there at last he was able to explain his plans to her. Dick's plan.
Can't you remember? I told you last night in the theatre during the interval.
What did you tell me? I can't remember anything you said.
When we were in the bar after the first act.
Oh, you mean that soon you'll be able to buy me anything I want because you're going to have a lot of money. Ha ha.
Well, my father's got a picture.
A picture?
It's a drawing, and a very valuable one too. By Leonardo.
Don't make me laugh. Your mother's got a Jag, your father's got a Leonardo, but you haven't got anything. You've got even less than I have.
Gwen, let me explain. I've made up my mind to sell that drawing, and then you'll have all the money in the world.
But that picture doesn't belong to you.
It does. If it belongs to my father, it belongs to me too.
All right. But even so, I don't believe you'll be able to sell it.
Yes, I will. You remember Bert Hawkins, don't you?
No.
That man we saw last week. I introduced him to you.
Oh, that artist.
Yes, and a very talented artist too. He does excellent drawings. Last year, I managed to take a photo of the Leonardo and gave it to him. He tried to copy it, but he wasn't able to. He asked for another photo, a better one. I managed to take another one, and this time he was able to make a copy that's just like the original. Now, at my sister's birthday party, the drawing will be on show, and I'm going to change them over. Nobody will notice it.
But you won't be able to sell it. Nobody can sell a Leonardo.
I can, and I will. You see, my father has a friend who's seen the drawing a number of times, and he's fallen in love with it. He lives in Barcelona. He's asked Dad a lot of times to sell it for his collection, but he hasn't been able to get it. I'm sure he'll be only too glad to buy it from me.
But if he's your father's friend, he'll tell your father about it.
No, he won't. He's a strange man. There are two things in the world he's fond of: women and pictures. He'll do anything to get it.
Well, even if you can swap the drawings, how on earth will you be able to take it out of the country? How big is it?
It's very small. I can put it in an envelope.